Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar, Redlining Reimagined, How AI is Transforming Contract Review and Negotiation for Pharma. I'm Revati Kumar, your host for this session, and we're thrilled to have you all with us. At HexaCorp, we're passionate about empowering businesses with intelligent solutions that simplify operations, reduce risks, and drive efficiency. Today, we're spotlighting Legal Pro, our AI-powered legal workflow platform designed to transform contract review and negotiation for pharma companies. So today, we're excited to have Ram Kumar with us, who will walk us through Legal Pro's AI-powered capabilities. Ram brings deep expertise in legal tech and workflow automation. And today, he'll be showcasing a live demo of redlining in action. So in this session, we'll discover how Legal Pro helps speed up contract review cycles, detect risks and ensure compliance, standardize clauses with playbook-driven reviews, reduce legal costs while improving collaboration. And so here, and before we begin, just a quick reminder, if you have any questions during the session, please write them in the chat box so that our team will get back to you and respond to you after the webinar through emails. So, and with that, let's dive in. Please join me in welcoming Ram Kumar to take us through the session. Welcome, Ram. Thank you for being here, and please go ahead.
Thank you, Revati, for the opportunity. And once again, a warm welcome to everyone joining us today. Good morning. I am Ram Kumar, and I lead AI solution architecture at HexaCorp. It's great to see participants joining from different locations and time zones. Whether you are connecting from your office, working remotely, or dialing in from afar, we truly appreciate your time and interest in this session. One of the most exciting outcomes of our work at HexaCorp is Legal Pro, powered by Microsoft Azure OpenAI. Why this product? Because organizations today deal with lengthy NDAs, SOWs, and MSAs, and manually checking them against internal playbooks is often slow and inconsistent. That's where Legal Pro makes a difference, analyzing these documents in minutes and clearly highlighting both compliance areas and violations. In fact, some of our early customers have already cut their contract review time by more than half, while ensuring that nothing critical slips through. With that brief background, let's dive into our first slide. Yeah. Before we dive in, let me quickly walk you through today's flow. We will start by looking at the objective behind this session, followed by some of the challenges organizations face in contract review. From there, we will discuss why now is the right moment to leverage AI for this problem. That sets the stage for the highlight of our session, the introduction of Legal Pro, our AI-powered contract analysis solution. I will then share a closer look at its key features, walking you through the business benefits and ROI so that our customers are already seeing. And finally, we will wrap it up with a live demo so you can see the product in action. With that roadmap in mind, let's get started with the objective of today's session. So today's objective is, first, we look at why pharma contracts and redlining are especially ripe for AI disruption. The pharmaceutical industry is highly regulated and deeply contract-driven, from NDAs to SOWs to MSAs. Each of these contracts can run into dozens of pages, and manual redlining is slow, inconsistent, and prone to human oversight. The combination of high volume, high stakes, and high complexity is exactly where AI can make a transformational difference. Next, we will also look at the Legal Pro's AI-powered features for contract review and negotiation. The idea isn't just to automate redlining, but to make it smarter, ensuring that every clause is validated against your organization's internal playbook and that nothing critical is missed. For example, if an audit clause or data protection clause is absent, the system can instantly flag it. Third, we will showcase a live demo of redlining in action. This is where you will see the product come alive. Instead of talking theoretically, we will take a real contract, run it through Legal Pro, and watch how it highlights risks, flags gaps, and summarizes compliance in minutes. And finally, we will also highlight the business value, ROI, and compliance improvements that Legal Pro brings. At the end of the day, the goal is not just to reduce legal workload, but to shorten contract cycles, improve negotiation speed, ensure regulatory compliance, and ultimately save money while reducing risks. So that's our roadmap for today's session: understanding the need, exploring the solution, and seeing it in action, and quantifying the impact. We'll go to the next slide. Manual redlining is the traditional approach, but it comes with significant bottlenecks. It's slow, repetitive, and prone to human error. Even experienced legal teams can miss critical clauses, especially when contracts are lengthy and time sensitive. Some common risks include missed clauses, inconsistent adherence to internal playbooks, and compliance gaps. These errors can directly impact the business, causing deal delays, potential revenue leakage, or even regulatory risk. To make this concrete, consider a situation in the pharmaceutical industry where a vendor is onboarding a lab for data processing. The legal team manually redlines the MSA. Due to time pressure, they miss a critical audit clause. So months later, during an audit, the company realizes they have no contractual right to inspect the vendor's data handling practices. This oversight leads to friction, delays, and potential fines. This is where Legal Pro adds value. The same contract, if reviewed through Legal Pro, would have instantly flagged this missing audit clause based on the company's playbook. It ensures consistent coverage of key classes across NDAs, SOWs, and MSAs, reducing both the risk and the manual effort. So these are the real-world challenges, and they clearly show why AI-driven contract review is no longer just a nice-to-have one, but a practical necessity. Why AI now? Let's talk about why AI adoption in legal process is accelerating now. Across industries, and especially in pharmaceuticals, companies are under enormous pressure to accelerate deal cycles while maintaining strict compliance. Even a small delay in contract review can push back critical research collaborations, licensing deals, or procurement agreements, which can have direct business and financial implications. AI brings a solution to this pressure by enabling faster, more accurate, and repeatable reviews. It doesn't replace legal teams, but it empowers them to focus on higher value tasks while ensuring nothing critical is overlooked. For example, imagine a pharma vendor preparing for a license discussion that starts in just 2 hours. The NDA hasn't been reviewed yet. Traditionally, the legal team would manually scan through the entire contract for critical clauses, confidentiality, term, jurisdiction, IP, etc. So in the rush, subtle deviations from the internal playbook can easily be missed. Legal Pro addresses this by instantly validating the NDA against the company's playbook, highlighting risks, and generating a green, yellow, red compliance summary. It can even suggest edits, which means the NDA gets approved in minutes, allowing the meeting to proceed as planned with no delays and no surprises. With the pace of deal making, the high stakes and the pressure on legal teams, AI-driven legal solutions can have quickly become an essential part of the modern contract management. Introducing the Legal Pro, our product. Now that we have seen why AI is critical in legal process, let me introduce to our solution, the Legal Pro. It's an AI-powered legal workflow platform specifically tailored for the pharmaceutical contract reviews. Though its approach can be applied to other industries as well, it's designed to streamline contract analysis, reduce manual effort, and ensure consistent compliance in your internal playbooks. Some of its key capabilities include AI redlining and risk detection, which automatically flags clauses that may be missing or inconsistent. Playbook-driven compliance checks, ensuring that every contract aligns with your organization's rules and standards. Class library and doc-to-doc comparisons are the other two modules, helping legal teams quickly see what has changed across versions of a contract. So what makes Legal Pro so powerful is that it doesn't just point out problems, it provides actionable insights, enabling legal teams to make faster, more confident decisions. In the next slide, we will dive deeper into the key features and see exactly how these capabilities help streamline contract review negotiation. So our key features are here. And we'll see how they simplify the contract review also. First, we have the doc-to-doc or the contract comparison. So we can take two docs and then compare. This feature allows you to track changes across contract versions, highlighting additions, deletions, and modifications. It helps legal teams focus only on what has changed, reducing manual effort and speeding up review cycles. For example, if a vendor updates an NDA, Legal Pro instantly shows what's different from the previous version, so nothing slips through. Next is the Rule 2 doc or compliance verification. This ensures that every contract aligns with your internal standards. It can instantly spot deviations, enforce clause consistency, and automate legal checks, giving you confidence that every contract adheres to your company's playbook. Then we have the topic to doc or the content coverage. This feature makes sure key topics are addressed in each contract, flags gaps in coverage, and verifies document readiness. Essentially, it confirms that nothing important is missing before the contract moves forward. Finally, the summarize feature provides AI-driven insights. Legal Pro generates concise overviews of the contract, highlights key classes, and allows customization for different user views. This accelerates understanding so legal teams can make informed decisions much faster. Together, these features combine to create a solution that is faster, more accurate, and more reliable than traditional manual process. So in the next slide, we will see how these capabilities translate into tangible business benefits and ROI. Why enterprises choose Legal Pro, our product? It starts with scalability. The platform easily adapts to different teams, departments, and workflows across the organization. At the same time, it drives efficiency, helping legal teams reduce manual effort and speed up contract reviews. Compliance is another big reason. Legal Pro ensures that contracts always align with regulations and internal policies, reducing the risk. It also strengthens governance by providing transparency and accountability throughout the contract lifecycle. Flexibility is the key as well. Companies can configure their internal playbooks and define mandatory topics for each document type, whether it's an NDA, SOW, or MSA, using the rules to doc or topics to doc settings. This ensures the platform is tailored to the organization's specific processes. Now that we have seen that why companies choose Legal Pro, let's look at the tangible benefits and the ROI it delivers. First, it accelerates contract cycles. Legal teams can review and deadline contracts much faster, reducing review time by 30 to 50%. For example, a pharma company we work with was able to approve vendor NDAs in a matter of hours instead of days, helping their projects to stay on schedule. Next, it improves compliance. Automated checks ensure contracts adhere to regulations and internal policies, consistently minimizing risk. In one scenario, Legal Pro flagged a missing audit clause in a vendor contract, something that could have caused regulatory issues if missed. Legal Pro also brings standardization and scalability. By enforcing consistent language and clause coverage across all contracts, it ensures uniformity, whether it's NDAs, SOWs, or MSAs, and it easily handles large volumes of contracts across multiple teams or geographies. Another benefit is better collaboration. With clear insights and consistent process, legal teams, procurement, and business stakeholders can work together more seamlessly, avoiding confusion or repeated work. Finally, it drives operational cost savings. By reducing manual effort, catching errors early, and speeding up reviews, organizations save both time and money, making the legal function more strategic and efficient. In short, Legal Pro doesn't just make contract review faster, it delivers real business value, reduces risk, and empowers legal teams to focus on higher value work. We'll see the demo now, the real action. Let me share the other screen now. So this is our product where, as I said earlier, you can configure the companies can configure their own rules and their own topics. So let's see how the rules are getting configured here. So you can pick up the legal entity or the vendor. So there is one company here. So you can have your own vendors, as many vendors as you want in your company. You can configure them. And you can have rule names where you can have finance, departments, finance, IT, legal, and you can add as many as you want from your company. It's all isolated, so your company will show up here. The rule name is here. Whatever the rule names like payment terms, all those things can be configured, and you can choose that from the drop down here. And once you choose here, then you can use the process name. For this company, this is the process name, and you can have your own keys here. So you can now introduce your own keys here and make sure that it is more understandable for your team. And rule code, like it is like confidentiality term or governing law, data privacy, compliance, or anything. So you can choose one among them. And source system, what is the system from which the data is coming in. And you can even select the priority of this particular rule which you create, whether it is high, medium, or low. Because in case if it is violated, then this will act accordingly. Yes. And then the client process duties, whether it's a standard document or NDA or SOW, all those things. So once you put in the rule description here, like suppose your insurance has to be $2 million for your client, and the client has taken only $1 million. So that kind of rule can be configured here. And once you run the rule against the document, it will flag it, whether it is below $1 million or below $2 million or whatever you have stated in that rule, whether it is obeying the rule or is violating the rule. So all will be flagged, and you will be able to see the output immediately. So there are two rules which we have configured. One is the governing law, where it is this particular company has stated that the governing law must be with respect to New Jersey to ensure the consistent legal handling and venue control. And suppose if the document says instead of New Jersey it is some other state, then it will immediately flag saying that the New Jersey governing law is not New Jersey and some other state. Same way for the compensation. So suppose consultant's total compensation shall not exceed $100,000. Suppose if the document violates this rule, it will immediately showcase it, and you'll be able to change that document as and when you want. Same way, we will try to see how we can run the rules against the document. So we saw the rules, and we saw how it was configured by a company. So these are the two rules which are going to be run, which we right now saw. And we'll also try to upload a file here. And I'm picking up the SOW agreement. And so once this document is uploaded, it will do all the processing which are required for the final analysis. So it will make sure the file is in place and the rules are also there. Once you hit on this check rule compliance, what would happen is the rules will be run against this entire document, and the output will be created. So let's see the output here. So here, the compensation we saw right now, the consultant's total compensation shall not exceed $100,000. For this rule, that in the document, it has been violated. Why it is violated here? Because it says that company biosciences shall pay consultant the fee specified in or calculated in accordance with Exhibit A. But it does not say how much amount of money is going to be paid. So that's where the AI now has come up with the explanation here. The statement does not specify a maximum limit on the fees that can be paid to the consultant, which contradicts the rule that states the total compensation shall not exceed $100,000. So the document does not explicitly state that amount, and it's not been captured. And AI now, our product Legal Pro directly captures that there is no statement in the document which directly states that amount of dollars. Now it is very open-ended statement here, the one which is in the red line, and our Legal Pro has marked it. This is the statement, and there is no amount being mentioned here. So it's a thing which is it's a violation. Let us see the next rule being violated. Here, the governing law. Governing law must be New Jersey. That is the state for which the HexaCorp wants the legal things to be governed. So this agreement shall be governed by and constituted in accordance with the laws of the state of Pennsylvania, without regard to its conflicts of laws or provisions. So this is a direct violation. Here the rule states New Jersey, but the document states Pennsylvania. So the governing law clause specifies Pennsylvania as the governing law, which contradicts the requirement that it must be New Jersey. So these kinds of checks, and you can add as many checks as you want. Now I have added 2 checks. So you can add as many checks you want, 30, 40 checks, which are internal playbooks of your company. And upload any document of your legal document and run these rules against them. Then immediately you would have this report within a matter of a minute or less than a minute. You will get this report with all the violations. And if there are any information, if the document is conforming to the rules, then also it will be shown up here. So with this, you will not miss any of the internal playbook rules, and so that you are ensured that the legally some of the main points which need to be taken care of will be taken care of by legal pro. Yeah. So let's move on to the next module, which is the topic configuration. So topics are something, rules are something which might get violated or not get violated. Whereas topics are something which you want to ensure that these topics need to be present in each and every document or every type of document. Like suppose here, the document has to take care that governing law and jurisdiction classes has to be present in the document. So you want to make sure that the governing law has to be specified. And second law states the intellectual property ownership and usage rights that has to be present, because you want to make sure that the your work is being protected. And thirdly, the law which is non-solicitation of employees or clients. So both the employees and the clients should not take away the other employers' employees. So they want to make sure that the class is also present. So these three classes have to be present in the document. That's the requirement. Now let's go and see whether how does the legal pro takes care of this situation. So there is a topic to document module here. You can go here and you'll be able to see all those three topics which we right now configure. Can also be seen here: governing law, intellectual property, employee solicitation. And you can also upload the file, like the file. And once you upload the file and check on this, click on this topic button, check topic button, what will happen is the document is also ready for the final review. And the topics are also set here. So you would run these topics against the document and you will get the report here. So we'll take a look at the output here. So the non-solicitation of employees are the clients. So this class is not present in the document at all. So immediately the legal pro has given you the report that this particular class is not even present in the document. So you need to add that. And the second one is intellectual property ownership and usage rights. This is also not present in the present document. So the client has to take care of that. These two modules, these two topics have to be present. They have to be included. So right now they are not present in the document. The third one being governing law and jurisdiction classes. This agreement is present here in this document. So because the rule regarding the governing law and jurisdiction is explicitly mentioned in the second chunk, detailing that the agreement is governed by Pennsylvania law and that the party is subject to the jurisdiction of Pennsylvania courts. So this particular topic is present. So it has been taken care of. And the para or the statement which covers this particular topic is also shown here. Whereas the other two are not present in the document at all, whereas this one is present. So you can add as many topics here as you want. And for each kind of document, you can add differently, like NDA, SOW, and other ones. So you can add different topics for each of them and then run against the document, and immediately you will get the report with all the present and the non-present classes. And if it is present, what is the particular line of the statement of the para which covers this particular point is also shown up here. So with this, you will be immediately able to understand the presence or the non-presence of the topics. This is our second module. Let's go to the third module, which is document to document, where you compare one document with another document, a version of the one document and with the version of the second document. So I will take NDA 1, and I will also take the NDA 2, where one of the document, where one topic is added in this, which is not present in the first one. Okay, so let's see whether this is able to find out the topics. So once these two documents are uploaded, and if you hit the compare now, so what it'll do is it will go and check the document, first document and second document, and see and tell you what has been added or what has been deleted in the second document. So let's see here. The mutual non-disclosure agreement. There is no difference between the document NDA and NDA1, NDA1 and NDA2. So they both are the same. They have both the same classes. So it's good. Let's go to the next one. Medium match, which is confidentiality agreement differences. So here, NDA1 does not include a section on IP, while NDA2 has an additional section titled intellectual property rights. So the IP is being covered in the second document, whereas it is missing in the first document, which is very time consuming for a human to go and read both the documents and conclude that this one of this topic is present or not, this topic is not present. Whether it is covered or not covered itself is going to take much time for you. Whereas our legal pro immediately confirm whether this particular topic is present or not. Let's go to the next one. NDA2 includes a class about a license, assignment, or transfer of intellectual property rights, which is absent in NDA1. Here we talked about IP only. Here we talk about license, assignment, or transfer. NDAs, let's look at the third one. NDA2 states that any inventions or work product created during the discussions remain the sole property of the originating property, a detail not mentioned in the NDA1. So that it's the same thing almost, but it goes a little in detail. So it's saying that any of the inventions, work product are being mentioned in the second document, and it covers the IP, whereas the NDA1 does not do it. So you can also see what is the particular para which covers in NDA1, what is the particular para which covers these points in the NDA2. So you can immediately cross-check these two paras or these two sections of the document which talks about the about things, about differences. That way you can get to know which para in this particular document or the second document talks about these things are missing. Whether it is missing or added or deleted, all those things will be very clear here. Similarly, there are other differences also which are mentioned here. And yeah, so you can take any document, any version of the document, first version, second version, second and third version, or first and the third version, you can put in here, and then it will be able to immediately tell you what are the difference between the document 1 and document 2. So this is the third module which we saw. And the last one being the generating a summary. So here we upload any file, whether it is NDA or SOW or MSA, upload the file, and you can generate a summary out of it. So once you upload the file is converted into the readable piece and then kept ready. And whenever you use the generate summary, what it will do is it will go and read the entire document, summarize it in a particular fashion. And this product will also allow you to, in the sense, customize it to the legal team or IT team or finance team. So you can customize and then see a generic report. So we'll see the report summary here. And it basically right now covers category by category or class by class. So suppose here publicity. What has been covered in publicity? So it's a summarization for publicity. Consultant agrees that Harmony Biosciences can use consultant's name and likeliness in publicity materials and presentations. For the second class, notice and notification. Consultant must notify Harmony Biosciences in writing if any representations or warranties become untrue. Same way, governing law. The agreement is governed by Pennsylvania law with exclusive jurisdiction in Pennsylvania courts. So you can get a broad overview of the entire document and all the topics which are covered in this particular document. And for each topic, a small summarized version of that text which is being captured here. So you can see at a very high level view, that is like around a 20,000 feet view of the document, and get to know what are the topics and what is covered in each of the topics at a very broad level. So this will give you a very broad overview of the entire document, and you don't have to scan through the entire pages. It will be 60, 70 pages. You don't have to scan through the entire document. You'll be able to look at get the summarization report here, and you'll be able to understand at a broad level what does the document talk about. So we have seen the Legal Pro, how to configure the rules to check against the document, how to configure a topic to check against the presence or the non-presence of the topics in the document. And we also saw two more modules. One is document to document, which is a version of the document and the previous version of the document with the present version of the document. What has been added, deleted, so on can be checked up. And we can see the generation of the summary, where you can get a very broad level view of the entire document. So the Legal Pro, some of our customers have already started understanding how is the product helping them, and they are also coming up with more suggestions to improve this product, and we are also continuously improving the product. And with this, I'll hand over to Revati for the final round.
Thank you. Thank you, Ram. Thank you so much. That was an insightful session. And a big thank you to everyone for your time and interest today. So we're winding up. For more information about HexaCorp and our Legal Pro solution, feel free to email us at info@hexacorp.com and also visit www.hexacorp.com. We look forward to seeing you at our next webinar. Stay tuned and have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you.